thought I'd do a quick Mohammed Kudus update video because, well, a lot happened last night. I know not everybody reads social media, so I just thought I'd give you a little update now. Don't worry, I'm not actually in the Amazon. That's actually the wallpaper, believe it or not, in a hotel room. It gets worse. This is sweetener. There's not even any sugar. Oh, it's nasty. It's nasty. But I'm going to power through the fake foliage and, of course, the artificial sweetener to show you what happened last night. Now, Ajax played in Europe last night, and well, Kudus scored a hat-trick, which I understand it is his first hat-trick, but in his own words, he said it's not the best game he's ever played. I think they played Ludogorets. They were out in Bulgaria. And Tim Steidten has flown over to Bulgaria to collect him. He's collected everyone, hasn't he? Well, apart from James Ward-Prowse, I collected James Ward-Prowse and delivered him to London Stadium myself. But apart from me, Tim Steidten's gone and collected everybody in this private jet. So he's gone and flown over there again. And apparently, according to Darmesh Sheth, which is why I'm uploading this now, he's going to bring him back to London for his medical. Personal terms have been agreed. The fee with Ajax has been agreed, but the interesting thing about that was a lot of people worrying last night, thinking, oh, you know, he's just got a hat-trick. Are they going to up the price on him? And, well, you'd sort of hope not. An agreement's an agreement, right? But if nothing's been signed, then it's just a handshake. But we think they're going to honour the agreement. We believe the player wants to come to West Ham, and he sort of hinted at it in a video that he did after the game. And I was really pleased that they did the interview in English. It was clearly, you could hear from the accent, clearly a Dutch reporter who was interviewing him. But he interviewed him in English. And Kudus was asked, is this your last game for Ajax? And he said, yeah, I think so. He was trying to play the game. He was trying to play the sort of media game and say, look, I don't want to say too much. I'll speak when everything's done, I think he said. He was asked directly. He said, no, the interviewer didn't ask if he was moving to West Ham, but he did ask him what he thought of West Ham, and he said, yeah, something like, do you think West Ham's a good club? And he said, yeah, of course. And a lot of people have made an awful lot about him doing that. He does it low down. He does the low down crossed hammers, but he's been doing that all his career. I don't think it's an awful lot to do with West Ham, but it does appear that he's coming, and he looks to be an absolutely amazing player. He really does, and the other thing should probably clear up. There's a lot of people saying that when he arrives, that's it. It's a 25-man squad is done. I think that's only if you register Mubama. If Mubama's not registered, then there's still room for one more, which does leave us in position to try and bring a striker in. Now, there's been a lot of suggestion that Kudus would be used by David Moyes as a striker. Don't know. It's pure speculation. But Moyes said himself in his press conference ahead of the Brighton game that he was still looking to bring a striker in. Now, I think things are getting really, really interesting now because I uploaded the video earlier on about Danny Ings, and whilst I think it'd probably be best for him if he did leave, because I can't think he's going to feature very much. That doesn't mean that he necessarily is. Whilst I think he can score goals for a number of teams in the Premier League, I couldn't sit here and tell you which one it would be or if anybody's interested. But clearly, it's very, very hard to believe that nobody leaves within the next week. It's a week left of the transfer window. It's very difficult to believe that nobody else leaves. So I wouldn't read too much into that 25-men squad thing, because I think someone's going to leave anyway. Does that mean we're still in for a striker? Well, it's like I said in yesterday's video, I hope so. 2 more signings and we will look a very, very tasty team indeed. It's quite funny, actually, because David Moyes said in his interview that he said it was a shame to see Declan leave. But I'm not sure he used exactly these words, but he felt we might be stronger because of it. And it's something that myself and Gio alluded to when we did our Brighton preview over on the main channel, which is at the moment, we've only lost Declan Rice. Bearing in mind Alvarez and Ward-Prowse have come in. Bear in mind the defence has been strengthened as well. Even without Kudus, who looks like he's going to come in, it even now looks like we are slightly stronger than last season. My worry is, as I know is the same for so many of you, is that we don't actually have enough in attack to threaten. Well, we get Kudus, and that pretty much does it. Bring a striker in again. And I just think we're looking stronger than we did last season. So that's really all you could have asked for, really, when you know that Declan Rice is going to be leaving and you know that the club are going to sell him. Can we go on and can we look stronger? And it appears that will be the case. I do think this Kudus deal, getting this over the line, is really imperative. We were at a point, maybe as much as a week ago, where he was one of 3 or 4. There was Jeremy Doku there. There was name escapes me, the other guy. But we were in for 2 or 3 players. It seems we've nailed our colours to the mast on this one now. Kudus is the one. He's the chosen one. This is the guy we want to go and get. And I think it's really important that we push it through and we do get it. There were some bits of speculation. A few newspaper reports yesterday were speculating that there was some Saudi interest. Now, we don't know how much of this comes from the player. We don't know. It was quickly there was a rebuttal, really, and it was said that the player didn't have any interest in going to Saudi Arabia. Whether that's true or not, I don't know. I've got to say, that is the speed in which that Saudi league has sort of not sprung up. I'm sure the Saudi league has been running for years and years and years, but in terms of them signing some pretty damn good players, has been pretty quick. And to the point now, it's so believable when they look to sign someone, you believe it. So when someone says that a Saudi club might be interested in Mohammed Kudus, could they stop him from going to West Ham? Well, yes, they absolutely could. And I'll tell you how believable it is. It's so believable that yesterday I read that one of the Saudi teams was interested in Mo Salah. And I thought, well, okay, that's possible. It's plausible. And that's how quickly it's moved. Because had you have said that to me maybe 6 months ago isn't a great example because Cristiano Ronaldo went out there, but not very long ago, I would have said no chance. There's no way that a player would want to go and do that and leave a club as, I know not everyone's favourite club, but they're a prestigious, historic club. They're a European giant. They absolutely are, Liverpool. Never would have thought that they could entice pretty much Liverpool's best player away. I would have said no. Do I think they'll do it? I think no. I think Liverpool will probably hang on to him, but it's become a threat. It really has, and you can't just dismiss it. And I think Liverpool got to be careful, really, because they've already been used twice. Now they probably don't think Fabinho and Jordan Henderson as them being plundered, but it doesn't take much for them, the Saudi clubs, to come in for the players that they want to keep rather than the players that they want to leave. So I think we just got to get it over the line, hope that we get the deal done, and I cannot wait to see this guy play. Apparently, it will be done. Well, it's not apparently. It's by the time I upload this, if he's not done by 12 o'clock today, he's not playing against Brighton. We've got to hope that it gets done. It gets done over this weekend, and he's available to face Luton. That would be absolutely brilliant. It really would, and particularly if we've got another one there as well. It's going to be a formidable, absolutely formidable squad, it has to be said. I do think it's probably wise to try and get some of those young lads that won the FA Youth Cup last season, get them out on loan, maybe get them some first team experience. I just can't see it happening with West Ham. Even in the European games, he's going to have so many players. The team that he plays in Europe, if he decides to rotate, is going to be very, very strong as well. So yeah, exciting times. So hopefully, I don't know how. I would imagine, and I've got no inside knowledge on this at all. Bear in mind we've got the game tomorrow. I wouldn't be surprised if the deal gets done on Sunday and maybe announced on Monday or Tuesday, which is going to mean it drags on for a little bit. It's going to mean people are going to be worried, thinking, "Oh, we're going to get this deal done" or something like that. I'll be, hey, look, I'll be sending out probably not a carrier pigeon in the jungle, is it? Probably like a parrot or something like that. I'll be getting the news literally on the Amazon grapevine. So if any news comes through, I'll be letting you know. I'm actually away at the moment. I'm at something called Pinfest. It's like a competition. There's a competition. It's basically it's a festival of pinball with competitions here as well. It's a bit like the FA Cup of pinball, if you want. So yes, I'll be trying to qualify for that. Trying my very best. So yeah, I'll be keeping my phone switched on and trying to figure out who we're signing. I will be trying to watch the game tomorrow as well. I'm thinking the internet's probably pretty good here, so I'll hopefully be watching the game tomorrow as well. So I'll upload a video tomorrow at some point. Any Kudus news, any En-Nesyri news, I'll let you know as soon as I find out.